Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tech and welcome to a new Rust build here on the channel. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we opened an official Discord down below. There's a link in the description if you want to join and stay up to date on all the latest builds and when we start streaming, which we've started doing too. In case you want to check that out, we'll be streaming later tonight at about 7 p.m. and that's this Friday obviously when the video comes out. But anyway, this is a double furnace base with a heli tower on top. Costs about 62k stone. And we'll see the tour right now. Here you see we got the door set up like a good airlock should be, so that you can open it and fire through. We got our drop boxes set up outside. And as we accidentally glitch through this wall, come back in here, and you can see where some of our loot rooms are downstairs. Easy to move from the drop box into here. The layout of this base, as you're going to see when we're building it, you build it relatively open. So the layout that you see here you can change. A quick thing to point out here with the doors, if you see that open door frame, that's actually to prevent rocket splash if they're shooting the doors with rockets. So here we see the tool cupboard, a little bit more extra room here in case you guys want to throw down extra sleeping bags or whatever. And through that door we have our first large furnace. Now up top we have our repair bench and also our research table for copying the components and everything. And if we come through this passageway, we have our large furnace, and then again down below those two boxes I showed you on the other side, that's actually a pass-through too. You can walk through there, come back in through this door, and here you see the door frame that I was talking about earlier. That's going to prevent them from splashing both doors. So now with the bottom floor down, we'll head upstairs through this ladder. Close that door behind us. In here we have 4 drop boxes and a furnace in here in case you want to just make charcoal, because those small furnaces are the best way to do it. And here we have like the main living space. I sort of just set it up really basic. Got a locker in here, shotgun turret, and here you see one of the beds. Obviously if you're gonna have more people, there's plenty of room for bags, but this way you at least have 2 beds here, a little bit extra storage with the boxes. And then back here you have another one of these 4 drop box rooms with a charcoal maker, or you can use that just in case you don't feel like running around getting the supplies and to get the large furnace running. So now we drop back down and glitch through the door again. Don't worry, this only happens on the build server. It won't happen on your regular gameplay server. And okay, so I'm just gonna fail jumping here. Alright, so the easiest way to get up here would be honestly to have a ladder on the wall, and I'll go ahead and put one up, but I'll show you guys how to get up anyway unless I just keep failing. What you want to do is jump into this alcove right here, there you go, and then it just spits you out on top basically. But obviously the easiest way is going to be to have a ladder over here. That way you can just hop on that, get up top to do whatever you need to do. And then we come up here on this ladder. You can actually jump right from that repair bench, but we'll use the ladder. This is in between floor grills here for your large furnace. And one option I want to point out to you guys while we're here is if you wanted to, it is possible to make this like a shooting floor, use windows and stuff like that. Or if you want access to the roof, you could put like a door up here. I tried to focus on keeping it as secure as I could for the size of the base and everything, by not having any external doors on the outside like that, upstairs at least. But so in that case we'll just put the wall back up there. And in case you guys didn't know too, you saw me throw a half wall down right there. You can build half walls on there. They're really no use for it. This area you can convert this and we can fit like large boxes in here. This is the base of the heli tower, so I sort of left this open to you guys. This was more or less to show you what you can do on top of the base. Boom. And here you see with all the metal embrasures, come back up to another floor and good shooting amount. And I do know that that ladder will likely break if you fight the heli, but that's why, you know, you start off on the top floor. If the ladder breaks, fight it from the bottom floor after that. There's other better ways to do it if I could fit more room up there, but it is relatively small up there. It should still be doable to fight the heli up there though. But with that being said, let's get started with the build. So you're going to start off with just one triangle. Then you can go ahead and put your tool cupboard in there. That way you keep your land cleaned, or at least grief free. And again too, you're gonna want a starter base. I'm gonna show you guys the build amounts as we go through the stages, because I do have it so that you can build it and make it secure in multiple stages. So you're gonna want a starter base, and then you're going to see the amounts of stone that you're gonna need to get to each phase, basically. So for now, we just start off with a circle right in front of there, and this layout is relatively simple, so I don't need to explain too much, I feel. Hopefully the video explains everything to you. And also, I just noticed the video looks a little bit choppy. I just changed to recording with OBS now, so if the video does come out a little bit choppy, I apologize for that. I am still getting the bugs out of it, but hopefully I will improve it in the future. It shouldn't be too bad, probably just like 1 or 2 things that I messed up. So now let's show you what the layout looks like. This is where you should be at this point, basically. Exactly what the floor print will look like. And now we're just going to drop down and we will do basically the remainder of the footprint. There's really not too much tricky here, but I wanted to take it slow so you guys can see exactly what you need to do. Alright, so here's the tricky part basically of the footprint here. You're going to put a triangle outside that square and then attach a triangle pointing in towards the middle of the base, if we can get it to stick. There you go. Pointing into the middle of the base, and then get rid of that triangle that you add on. And then go over to the other side, basically the opposite side of that you just did. And you're going to do the same thing. Put a triangle outside, turn around, get rid of that square, and then put another triangle and delete the one on the outside. And that's going to be it for the footprint of the base. Give you guys a little bit of a zoom out view here, get that off the screen. So that's what you're going to be working with. It's not too bad of a footprint in all honesty for having 2 large furnaces and stuff like that. And then you're just going to come along and get rid of these 4 squares, obviously, so you can fit the large furnaces in there. And then what I'm really going to recommend during this build, you're going to see me use stone foundations, or stone foundations and stone floors and stuff. You really want to use sheet metal. Definitely around these large furnaces where I'm using it right now. This is like a bare minimum. You want these to be sheet metal. But you're going to see me do the rest of the foundations and the rest of the floors and ceilings in this base. You're going to see me do it all in stone. I really recommend you do it in metal, just so if they do raid, they can't pick up and stuff like that, and it's a lot harder. So now once you have it all converted and you have your 2 large furnaces in there, we had to make a little bit of a jump there. Sorry about that. You're just going to go ahead, put the 2 doors in front of the furnaces, and then follow the outline of the base, just like this, and throw a door right there. And then I feel like the rest of the build is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm only going to comment a little bit here and there. So now once you're at this point here and you're putting up this doorway, and then you're gonna put the ceiling and the door on there, this is basically like safe stage 1. You know, you're in a completely confined space and you're getting close to ready to move in, almost have enough room for like storage and stuff like that. You have access to your furnaces, but you do have all this space open. So the next thing you're going to want to do, really put this door on, and then let's start trying to get you some loot space and proper airlock and everything like that. And that'll be like the next stage of your base. Alright, so there you go. Everything's all sealed in, or all the doors are on. You know, your large furnaces are still out. But here you can see the price down in the bottom left. Right now you're at like 22,000 stone and only like 1,000 metal frags. Not including like the things like the furnaces and the doors and stuff. But you've already got like you've got 6 large chests in there. You know, you have some room to move around. Obviously, if you lay it out exactly like me, that's what you'll have. You can definitely change it the way you want. The next thing I would do is really start working on getting these large furnaces enclosed like you see here. That way you can really get them cranking without having to worry about people coming over and stealing your stuff. Now that you got those furnaces all sealed in, the next thing you want to do is seal in this floor basically, so that you get another level of safety. So the first thing you need is to make sure that you build your exit to the outside, and that's going to be easy. Just going to put a door up here, and now you know that you have access to this floor. So now all you're going to have to do is go ahead and start walling in this whole area, and we're going to do it like a shell. That way you can work safely inside the base, like in the nighttime or some stuff like that, rather than having to climb around the outside of the base and potentially get jumped with all your loot. That way it's more of like a realistic way to build it. That's how I build like on my servers. I don't want to try to get jumped at night while I'm building, and nighttime's a great time to build because you can't do anything else. And with that last square right there, you're all blocked in here. So now what you can do is go ahead and do all this honeycomb. You may want to put down floors in the honeycomb, just because if they blow in through the roof or whatever, they won't go straight to the ground floor. It's really up to you. I don't personally do it. I can see the benefits of it though, so I leave that up to you. But you could sort of see how it's a lot easier and safer to build it this way, right? You can just go as you want. Nobody can really see exactly how your walls are laid out. And then you can adjust it. This is basically the empty space that you have to work with. You can make it your own however you want to do it and everything like that. Especially if you add on to the outsides or you put high externals or stuff on the outside, you'll be safer to use more of the inside space rather than worrying about defense. So here's the easy way to set up that 4-drop box and your charcoal maker or like your high qual cooker or anything like that. And the base is coming along pretty well now. Now all you really have to do is some interior stuff. So now at this point, the core of the base is pretty much done without the heli tower. If you don't put the heli tower on, I definitely recommend you doing like roof panels and stuff up top here, just to give yourself added security, because right now it's just one floor. You can see over there on the left, it's about 48,000 stone and only 1,000 metal frags here. But remember, I didn't do any of the floors in sheet metal during the build, just for the sake of speed. So you may need to get more metal frags so that you could do the floor. So now the next thing that you got to do before the heli tower is you want to make this platform area. This is going to be your access up there. And I put it out here just so you don't want people to have easy access to the middle of your base through your roof like that. So if you offset your doors on the outside of the build, if they blow through your doors like that are easy to get to from your roof, they're still going to be outside your base, which is good. And that's what we go for. And here you can watch me fail jump on this furnace a couple more times. So now up here too, in the build I show a research table and a repair bench, but you can, if you wanted to, have a little bit of extra protection You could put like one turret up here, you could put 2 turrets up here, just in case you think someone's gonna blow in here, or you just want to use a turret, or you know, whatever you want to do. I figured I'd show you. That's what I was originally gonna put here, and then I sort of changed my mind, and I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that that was a definitely functional option if you wanted to. And just a quick note here, I want to show you guys, if you try to build it from on top of the furnace, if you try to put the door here on top of the furnace, it won't work. You actually have to go outside the furnace and then put the door. For whatever reason, it just doesn't like you standing on top of the furnace trying to put it. I just wanted to point that out for you guys. Alright guys, and as we finish up the roof here, that's pretty much the end of the build. Other than that, all we have to do is like throw on the embrasures on the windows and stuff like that. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. Hopefully if you liked the video, you drop a like down below. If you aren't already, maybe you want to subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome as well. Love to have you on board. And be sure to check me out on Twitter, or check me out on the stream that should be coming later tonight around 7 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, I hope you guys like the base. Look forward to seeing maybe what you guys can do with it and talking to you down below in the comments. So I will catch you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great night.